The victim was little Layla Fowler. She was stabbed more than 20 times in 2013. Her death shocked a community.
KCRA-3's David Bienick was in the courtroom when the verdict was read, and he joins us now live from San Andreas with the latest on this case. David.
Galston, good evening. As soon as the closing arguments by the attorneys were over, the judge said he was ready to render his verdict. Remember, Isaiah Fowler was 12 years old at the time of the crime, so there's no jury involved with this trial, just a single judge who in the end ruled him guilty of second-degree murder.
Family members of Isaiah Fowler hugged one another in the courthouse hallway. A few minutes earlier, his father stormed out of the courtroom and his stepmother began to cry. But Isaiah himself stared straight ahead and showed no emotion as the judge convicted him of second-degree murder.
I'm very convinced he was coming home today.
Isaiah's father says he still believes his son's story, that an intruder broke into their home in April of 2013 and stabbed to death Isaiah's 8-year-old sister, Layla.
I believe in no way did they show certainty either way that my son did it. So, I mean, yeah, somebody's out there. Somebody's running around. Hopefully nobody else's daughter has to die over it.
Isaiah told investigators that Layla was in her bedroom and he was in the bathroom when he heard her scream. He said he came out of the bathroom and saw a man fleeing out the back door. However, crime scene photos provided to KCRA-3 by defense attorneys show a kitchen knife that was clean on the outside but had Layla's blood on the inside of the handle. Prosecutors argued that only Isaiah, and not a fleeing intruder, could have cleaned the knife and replaced it near the kitchen sink.
The judge found that there's a certain way a 12-year-old is expected to act in the moments after he's seen his sister killed, and I don't think that's fair.
Prosecutors said blood evidence found on a Ghostbusters t-shirt in Isaiah's clothes hamper and potential blood evidence found in the drain of the bathroom sink also pointed to Isaiah as a vicious but careful killer who tried to cover his steps.
We gave them every opportunity to prove to us that our son is guilty, and I don't think that they did that.
An appeal in this case is automatic, but not before Isaiah Fowler will be sentenced on November 4th. The judge could order him locked up by the California Youth Authority until the age of 23. Live in San Andreas, David Bienick, KCRA-3 News.
And David, we've heard a lot about the knife and the evidence with that. Also, a lot of attention was given to Isaiah's conversation with the 911 dispatcher. What's that all about?
Well, Isaiah spoke with the 911 dispatcher for a minute and a half, and during that time he described the intruder and what had happened. But for 90 seconds, not until the 911 dispatcher asked about his sister, did he ever mention she'd been stabbed.
Interesting piece of information there. All right, David Bienick, thank you so much for that.